Good evening, and thanks for tuning in to TMB-TV. I'm Jason Wiley, President and CEO of Taos Mesa Brewing Company. First, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the current Taos Mesa Brewing team. Our servers, brewers, and production team have stepped up to meet the challenge during these uncertain times. Unfortunately, Taos Mesa Brewing, like most hospitality businesses, was forced to lay off 90% of its staff when COVID stay-at-home orders were first initiated in early March. My hope is that we can start to bring back staff responsibly as phase-in openings for the hospitality business begin. Unfortunately, however, there is no direction or timeline for reopening event venues such as Taos Mesa Brewing Mothership. As COVID-19 closures swept New Mexico, independent music venues and promoters were the first to shut down and expect to be the last to reopen. Taos Mesa Brewing has joined the National Independent Venue Association, NIVA, to fight for survival alongside more than 1,000 other independent venues and promoters across the country to ensure that vibrant local music scenes return after the pandemic has passed. With the entire industry at a standstill, independent venues and promoters such as Taos Mesa Brewing and the multitude of people we employ are facing an existential crisis. Revenues are frozen, while significant overhead and financial obligations remain. With no concrete date of return, leading industry magazine Pollstar estimated a $9 billion loss in ticket sales alone. This does not count food and beverage revenue streams that are essential to supporting TMB's music production. If venues remain closed throughout the end of the year, the vast majority of small venues predict they will not be able to reopen if there is no financial support and the shutdown extends to 6 months. In addition to supporting employees and artists who are dependent upon live music for their livelihoods, Taos Mesa Brewing serves as a magnet and financial engine for our local economy. For every dollar generated in ticket sales, area restaurants, hotels, and retail establishments realize $12 in revenue. When the shutdown swept across the country, the music did not just stop. It has put many beloved venues in peril of restarting ever again. This includes Taos Mesa Brewing Mothership. At Taos Mesa Brewing, we're committed to preserving entertainment any way we can. Practicing strict COVID-safe practices, or CSPs for short, we are proud to announce TMB-TV, a live streaming platform direct from the mothership herself. Please join us weekly on Fridays and Sundays as TMB hosts local artists, professionals, community leaders on the iconic mothership stage. While I know this will never replace the live mothership experience, our production team has developed a professional platform that will stream on several apps: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Vimeo, you name it. Please help support live music, local artists, and TMB's employees by tuning in and donating. The Taos Mesa Brewing team thanks you for your continued support. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Taos, and to everybody beyond.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mike, and this is the Second Wind Endeavor, and we are at the Taos Mesa Brewing Mothership. Delighted to be here on this Friday evening and having the opportunity to play some music for all of you out there who might be tuning in to watch. And we just want to raise a toast to all of the healthcare workers in Taos County, in New Mexico, and across the country and across the world, to give our heartfelt and deep thanks for all of what they're doing to help us and keep us safe and to care for those who are suffering directly from this illness, and to also give a shout out to everyone who's staying at home and abiding by the social distancing wishes of those who are leading us through this crisis, to help the healthcare workers be able to manage their jobs and to be able to only have to take care of, not too many of us. So good job staying at home, and thank you for watching. We'd also like to thank Taos Mesa Brewing for having us. It's obviously been a minute since we've had the opportunity to play a show, and although this is a very strange show, we are super excited to be doing it. So thank you to TMB for having us and for taking care of us, and yeah, thanks to all of you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Cheers. I think that was the first toast I've ever given.
It's about time.
This is called Against the Blade. try and find a new place to call home. But all I've seen are works of mammon, blood on the ground and lead in the bone. 'Cause you have made this place a snare to nest in, the shape of a cross cursed by the shade of a tongue. And I'm your tired-hearted old poor in need of resting. Have you any grace beyond the vitriol that you have flung? So send me down to that rightful desert to go and torch the homes of different tongue and creed. And I will find myself a weapon of your hurt, feeding you dust just to assuage your greed. 'Cause I detest this loathsome curse besieging me, serving an image of a monster from whom I first ran. So I will turn my coat and do so gladly for the chance to make the beast bleed if I can. So come to me, all my people in arms of one heart and different kin, you who when threatened with terrible harm dared to commit the deadly sin of taking a stand at the foot of the hill and trying to parse the truth from the lies. Don't we know well that when ordered to kill, the heart that obeys is the heart that dies truly, if not forever. Forever I will wage my life of sorrow against the blade that cuts the voices of those asking why. And though I know the scales are tipped against tomorrow, I am no longer afraid to die. So let us stand here before the corrupted vision that any one race of people can be most favored in God's eyes, and see through the mirror to fields Elysian their dreams of manifest destiny. Thank you very much. This next song is an instrumental tune called En la Sombra, and it was written by our very own Jesse Rice on the cello. He's back there. And En la Sombra goes something like this. That's how that goes. And next on the list is a song called Every Time I Say Your Name. Something like that. I don't know what to say because there's no one really to look at. Hopefully it sounds good out there. This is called Every Time I Say Your Name. The day, stirring a smoldering ember in a flame. You know I hear a ceremony the way you say my name. The moon had followed me all the way home, casting nets into the dark hole of our secret spaces in my brain. Tell me, do you hear a ceremony the way I say your name? So with my voice in the clouds, I speak the primal words that resound with the grace of finding something true. And your heart is a tree, and your soul is a bird, and I am the shore with the tide, old and new, offering you the best from whence I came. You know I sing a ceremony every time I say your name. Say your name. Can you still recall the words she sang to you when your eyes were blue and the world was small? Letters much before the scar. Was not far, but still you bled much before the star. That's how that goes. All right, I'm gonna put a capo on and we're gonna play a calm song now. It's called Will You Be With Me? Just give me 1 sec. That's Rose Dragoo on the viola.
Covering for Jesse's broken mic.
All right, here we go. This is called Will You Be With Me? There we go. When the flowers bloom, and the grass is new, will you? And the well goes dry, and the sun burns high, will you be with me? When the birds fly away, with nothing more for which to stay, will you be with me? When the sky turns cold, and my face, oh, it gets old, will you be with me? Jesse on the cello. When the birds return, and a new love burns again, will you be with me? Thank you very much. All right, this next song is called "The Rock That Stands," and well, I'll tell a little story. Today is what? Yarn for a bit. Today marks exactly 3 years since I moved to Taos, which is a cool thing in and of itself, and it's been a great 3 years. I wrote this next song, "The Rock That Stands," right before I moved to Taos, or right before I decided to move to Taos, which was the Thanksgiving time of the year in 2016, and that's when the Standing Rock movement was at its peak and kind of facing the most intense backlash that it faced. And I wrote this song right after the Army Corps of Engineers issued the letter to the camp that they must abandon the camp because they didn't want people getting endangered by the cold winter coming. And it really pissed me off. So I wrote this song. Rose, can you play the thing real quick? That was the river dance. And this is the rock that stands. To go home when he's walking on the ground that holds their ancestors' bones, and where are ours? I think we have forgotten how to find the words to speak with lost generations. Branches are broken and your trees now uprooted. Let our hearts be awoken, for the great river has spoken against any claim that love does not belong. Well, it lives here, and yes, its roots have grown strong. So test it if you will, find yourself in the wrong. The resolve of a people can only be hardened when the song's 500 years long and filled with animosity for the shade of a people's skin. So as you tear a gash through the heart of any future worth living in, may we welcome the dreamers in, so the world can see they are not alone. Nobody should ever have to stand there on their own. With eviction, or ever seek to contain a people within some racist restriction. For the law must decide for whom the law is written before it moves to break itself with such conviction. If your pocket's on fire, it's 'cause the money is burning. Go on and keep spurning our promise that the world is turning against many claim that love does not belong. Well, it lives here, and yes, its roots, they have grown strong. So test it if you will, find yourself in the wrong. The resolve of a people can only be hardened when the song's 500 years long and filled with the theft and betrayal of sovereign lands. Does it please you to know that this country was built by an army of blood-stained hands? We all need the rock that stands so we can save ourselves from the doom we're bringing down, and hear the healing hymn rising up from the ground. That goes out to everyone who participated in Standing Rock or supported them from afar, and to all of those who continue the fight elsewhere and in other ways today. This next song is another instrumental, and it's called Ouroboros. Ouroboros is the ancient symbol of the serpent with its tail in its mouth, forming a ring, and it symbolizes the cyclical nature of life and seasons and time. And hopefully, maybe we won't go back to where we were before this lockdown happened and before the pandemic arose, but something new will come, and may it be a good thing, and may we help to make it so. As it began, so it ends. All right. And that's, let me just say, that's Rose again on viola. And that's Jesse on the cello back there. That's Evan on the drums. And you've probably noticed already, Tristan on the bass. He had that super awesome solo on the song called Every Time I Say Your Name earlier. And this next song, he does really cool things, so pay attention to the bass too. Here, everything's cool. This next song is called Summer Thunder. This week has been the first genuinely warm week in Taos, and everyone's kind of adjusting to what it means for the weather to be warm again. And this is looking forward to real summer. Summer Thunder. That empty room with breezes blowing through my house, and my nose bled from the sweetness in the air, in the air. I got up from the bed and I flew down the wind to your house and watched as you washed your long black hair. I met you where the storm sings thunder. Never there. That empty room, listen to the birds fly singing love songs to a world without care. That I never understood. Say and disguise it were never what I meant to share. I met you where the rain fades into light, but when I turned around, you stood smiling there. Cool. That's featuring the string section, and the bass and the drums, and the guitar.
Really all of the instruments.
We try to give everyone the spotlight all the time, as much as possible. Okay. This next song, all of these songs, let me just say, are originals, except for the Riverdance little interlude thing while I was tuning the guitar or something. And all of these originals are being recorded right now by yours truly. We're making pretty good progress. We started back in the fall of last year around Thanksgiving time. Let's give a shout out to Brett Tomedin of Taos Sound, who he is an awesome guy and a local Taos sound engineer and musician, and he helped us to get started with the recording of the album by helping us to track the drums. And since that time, we've been working on overdubbing all the other instruments and all the other background vocals and auxiliary percussion and other stuff that we don't get to do normally when we're just the five of us performing these songs. We're hoping that the record, or whatever you want to call it, will be ready sometime this summer, like hopefully in July, maybe late June even. And it's been kind of a blessing in disguise, this lockdown situation, where because we haven't had gigs except for this one to think about preparing for, all of our musical energy has been devoted to recording. So we've made some good progress in the last couple weeks, and we're super excited to share it with anyone who's interested in listening when the time comes. And hopefully somebody out there is also interested in hearing it. This next song is called For a Muse, and it is it'll be the final song on the album. It is not the last song we're going to play tonight. It just makes sense that way. So this is called For a Muse. Give me one sec. Good, okay. Some recalling something more, chanting rapture through the door. So enter humbled in yourself. Broken vase at the bottom of the ocean. Tenderly take the words from the shelf you wrote to hide the grandest of notions, that nothing is not me if she and we are sapling sprouts of the banyan tree. Wherever from comes the inspiration, just know that it is an invitation. So sing to her of majesty, sing to her of love. Pull the flame out of the page, you're drawing the shape of a dove. Because home is when you fear not the darkness, and warmth is moving to cradle your heart. Yes, because creation is given clean water to a sea. So polish the wood and rosin the bow, and nourish the song you will be. And ask away the questions, these words you can't find, and she will answer yourself in voice like music in the back of your mind. So goes the prayer wafting across the bar on the breath of Eve. Raising me from my grave with tongues of flame. Without words, she calls to me. Say you can see me. I am rocking in my frame, waiting for you to call my name. And she sings the whole night through, the whole night through. If you can stand, if you can stand to make it to see the dawn burning a new day. Well, now go on your own way. When you return, she'll be waiting with a love song for you, with a love song for you, with a love song for you, with a love song, with a love song, with a love Yeah.
Adrian, can we get trippy lights? Just for this like one particular song. It'll be okay.
This one? What does it say?
This feels good.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I
wanna
enjoy
go
this.
to the bottom of
This
the
is a
sea.
nice thing.
In case you
Yeah.
didn't hear Evan from the back of the stage, those of you watching from afar, he requested we have trippy lights for this next song because it's as psychedelic as we get at this point. Probably in the future there will be more of that, but at this point,
Under the sea.
this song is called "The Sea Comes for Us All," and it's about a different kind of the end of the world. But one that we, I think, might have some power still to avert if we all come together. So let's see. Satisfaction spills across the smooth plane of her face, for she fears not the pain of loss, but is savage in her grace. The chaos wreaked upon the shore is nothing next to what's to come. So with dirt and bleed she will pour out her memories of where you're from, and you may be reminded that we are leaves before a snowfall. What will keep us together binded when the sea comes for us all? Oh, oh, you know the sea comes for us all. She will watch with a twinkle, reflecting off some ragged cloud, as the storm begins to sprinkle. The ramparts are hazed in shroud, and the wall that held her back will fall to nothing in a time as the waves surge to attack. There is no one to hold the line, 'cause in the wasteland beyond, the sirens will toll the coming squall to towns empty of anyone to respond when the sea comes for us all. Oh, oh, you know the sea comes for us all. So don't all just run away and leave it all to flood and burn. We will only kill another day if today we refuse to learn. She's always been the sustainer ever since the day we called ashore. Now we fight for the remainder and leave nothing for the poor. So she warns us with a lesson as the rain begins to fall. Read the writing in the Jetsam. You know the sea comes for us all. Oh, oh. You know the sea comes for us.
Your
The C comes for us all. And that's Rose on the vocals on the spacey part. Vocals? Vocals. The viola and the vocals. In future compositions of ours, we will be making Rose sing more because of her beautiful voice. So look forward to that.
Or not, it's your prerogative, I suppose.
No, you must look forward to it. And we have now reached the conclusion of the evening. We are going to play one more song, another instrumental, and this one is called Kite String. And thanks to all of those of you who are watching out there. Thanks to TMB again, Taos Mesa Brewing, for having us. And thank you to all the nurses and doctors, grocery store workers, delivery truck drivers, postal service workers, gas station attendants for sure, and all the construction folks, particularly there's lots of road work going on in Taos now because there's so much less traffic, and they're killing it, making roads better, and hopefully they're having an easier time because there are fewer cars on the road. Thank you to everyone who are doing their part to keep our society and our folks afloat and healthy. We appreciate it deeply, and this all goes out to you. This next song is called Kite String, and it goes like this. Let's see.
How does Kite String go, Michael?
That's it. Good night. I believe there's another TMB-TV show happening on Sunday. Sunday at 7 o'clock. And hopefully for the next... Sorry? Bill Hearn and Don Richmond. You don't want to miss it. And then every weekend following this one, again on Friday night and again on Sunday night. Every time at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And thank you again for having us. That was called Kite String. The name is inspired by Ben Franklin walking out into the storm and with the key and the electricity and catching the electricity. So go on and catch your own electricity and have a good night. Be good to everybody and love yourself too. Thank you very much.